So while I was at work, our guardian dog got out twice. And Lisa put these pallets here so he couldn't get out anymore. The first time, she just put the one down to try to stop him, but he got a little bit more creative and he moved it. So she put these two down right here on this side, plus the pallet on the other side, plus a fence post. So she did everything she could to stop him, and it worked. So I know that farmers use this thing called a cattle grid to stop their cattle, but that's used for when the gate is open so the cattle don't walk right across it. But what I'm hoping to do is put something very similar to a cattle grid underneath this gate.
Smokey's just hanging out over here watching what we're doing with Chester. Chester, no.
So the plan is this. I'm gonna take these 4x4s and these 2x4s, and I'm gonna build like a mat that I'm gonna bury under the ground slightly with just the top exposed, so Chester can't dig under it. It'll be too far for him to dig, and he won't be able to go over it because it's gonna be flush up against the gate. So let's get started with this project. All right, so I'm gonna do two 80-inch sections. So we're gonna measure this off real quick. All right, so the first thing I did was I cut these 4x4s. Each of them, I cut 5 of them to a length of 80 inches each. Now I'm gonna cut the 2x4s. So I cut the 2x4 into 6-inch sections that I'm gonna use to hold the end of the 4x4s together. So now I'm gonna flip these all together so we can kind of see how it looks when it's finally done. So there's the first one, second, third, fourth. Not bad. So this is the beginning of the mat. You can kind of see what it's gonna look like now. So the thought is that the gate is gonna come right along this center beam right here. So we're that far out on each side of the gate. And this is gonna be a good platform where we can drive the car over or tractors over, and it's not gonna be too bumpy when we're going over. And these grates, this space right here in between, I'm gonna fill with dirt so it'll drain off real easily. So I'm gonna keep building this, but you're gonna see the finished product here pretty soon. So now I'm gonna put the end cap on, and this is gonna hold the whole thing together. There's no way I'm gonna be able to lift this. I'm gonna have to get the tractor to move this thing. This is heavy and it's solid. All right, so this morning we're gonna do the install on the barrier to keep Chester in here on this side of the gate. So I gotta go put him away in a barn before I get the equipment out and start moving around. So let's do this. All right, buddy, let's go to your safe place. Right? That's awesome. All right, come on, buddy. Go. Go to your safe place. So I'm gonna need to move a lot of dirt by the gate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this landscape rake and I'm gonna flip it around so I can move the dirt in reverse. It'll be a lot easier for me to manage because I'm over there in a really tight space if I do it in reverse. So all I have to do is just pull the pin, and then this landscape rake will literally just spin around just like this. And then you just put the pin right back in. That easy. So right here, the dirt was mounding up. So I used the landscape rake before to build a big mound so you couldn't get under it. But what I need to do now is move that big mound that I put here so I can put down that wooden grate here at the bottom. See, you figure it's gonna go in there. I want to have some room for between the wood and the gate.
Yeah.
But it'll be all right.
So about how deep do you need it?
About 4 inches.
Okay.
There, peel that back.
Okay.
Plus 6'11". 6'5". If it's not snug, they're both not fitting.
Yeah.
I think I want to do this end first.
Yeah.
All right. See, just a second. I think this is actually looking up.
That was really good.
Out of the gate for it.
Oh, it's like a seesaw.
Is that good? And you should get on that corner too, right?
Yep. You want to go over there and pick it up? Not the 100.
Yeah. That's about as deep as it's going. Keep dragging it all.
Exactly what I'm supposed to do, just like that. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Alright, so I just finished out this wooden grid. I'm gonna close the gate. See, it closes nice and easy right over it. It's centered right under the gate, nice and clean. So now our guardian dog will not be able to dig directly under this gate because I've got this wooden grid here. And we compacted the dirt down there so it's good and tight. So hopefully this will keep him from escaping underneath our gate.